let's jump right into this explainer and look at an ancient Tamil marvel that honestly sounds like pure myth at first, but is actually grounded in incredibly advanced pharmacology. We're talking about a true pinnacle of ancient alchemical mastery. This is where deep spiritual devotion and hardcore scientific intuition combined with absolute precision. Ancient Tamil alchemists shaped medicine into sacred form, creating an artifact that still baffles and inspires us today.
So how exactly can 9 deadly poisons be combined to create a life-giving elixir? This striking paradox is the heart of what we're exploring today, and it completely flips everything we assume about ancient medicine on its head. I mean, it defies modern logic, right? We usually think of a poison as something to strictly avoid, something that disrupts vitality and ends life. But ancient Tamil healers didn't see it that way. They approached these lethal substances with an almost unimaginable level of scientific intelligence. To them, toxins weren't just agents of death, they were wildly potent energies. And if you could harness and balance them correctly, they believed you could spark ultimate healing.
To really wrap our heads around this medical miracle, we first need to understand the ridiculously dangerous raw materials these ancient sages were playing with. The term is Navapashana. Nava simply means 9, and Pashana translates to poison, or a highly toxic mineral. We aren't talking about gentle, soothing herbs here. We're talking about deeply volatile, lethally toxic compounds. But these sages didn't shy away from the danger. Instead, they sought to master it, showing a grasp of transformative chemistry that modern science is literally just starting to fully appreciate.
Okay, here is a quick look at our agenda for this explainer. 1. Ancient Tamil medical marvels. 2. Murugan in Sangam literature. 3. Bogar's alchemical mastery. 4. 9 poisons, 1 elixir. And finally, 5. The enduring healing legacy.
Let's get right into Section 1, Ancient Tamil Medical Marvels, where alchemy meets spirituality.
The ancient Tamil healers, known as the Siddhas, never separated their spiritual devotion from their scientific work. For them, a temple wasn't just for prayer, it was an active center for holistic wellness. And this brilliantly illustrates the sheer genius of Tamil medical heritage. Think about it. Modern medicine usually works by extracting one single, safe compound from a dangerous plant or venom. But the ancient Siddha synthesis, it was way more daring. They didn't just extract. They took 9 pure, toxic minerals and combined them in exact, precise ratios. They knew that if they nailed the interaction of these specific poisons, they could cancel out the lethality and trigger a chemical reaction to forge a highly potent healing compound. It's just a stunning display of pharmacological confidence.
Moving on to Section 2. Murugan in Sangam literature, the cultural foundation.
Now, before we dig deeper into the statue's actual chemistry, we have to look at the deity it represents, Lord Murugan. Tracing his evolution through ancient Tamil Sangam literature really explains the fierce, protective pride surrounding his identity today. In early texts, dating way back to the 1st century BCE, Murugan is depicted as a simple, accessible deity of the hills. But fast forward a few centuries, and later texts describe a highly evolved, multifaceted deity. So today, whenever modern cinema tries to shift his origin story, it immediately sparks massive debate. And that debate is rooted in millennia of unbroken literary history that anchors Murugan right in the heart of the Tamil landscape.
While divinity is, of course, universal, thousands of years of literature and tradition have firmly rooted Murugan's cultural shaping and emotional resonance as uniquely and fiercely Tamil, and it was exactly this immense cultural devotion that inspired the creation of the greatest medical marvel of the era. Section 3. Bogar's alchemical mastery, the architect of the miracle.
Having set that cultural stage, let's meet the mastermind behind the miracle, Bogar. This legendary Tamil Siddhar was a total visionary, operating right at the sweet spot between spiritual intentionality and heavy medical intelligence. Our sources mention the Bogar 3000, a massive collection of his ancient texts that prove he had an astonishing grasp of transformative chemistry. He wrote in detail about everything from life extension techniques to the complex manipulation of metals and toxins. He wasn't just a mystic, he was an unparalleled empirical scientist of the ancient world. His disciplined craftsmanship is what allowed him to envision a medical delivery system that could literally survive for centuries.
Which brings us to Section 4. 9 poisons, 1 elixir. The science and ritual.
So, the million-dollar question. How did Bogart actually engineer this idol at Palani? How do you take the concept of pure poison and turn it into a physical, enduring statue that heals people? Well, he used exactly 9 poisons, and that number is absolutely critical. Our sources make it very clear that if the ratio was off by even the tiniest fraction, the chemical neutralization would have totally failed and the statue would have remained incredibly lethal. Bogar had to calculate the exact structural and chemical harmony of 9 distinct, deadly minerals to bind them together safely into a solid state.
This is where it gets really brilliant, because this spiritual ritual was deliberately engineered as a sophisticated pharmacological delivery system. First, Bogar binds the neutralized poisons into the statue. Then, through the ritual of abhishekam, sacred liquids like milk or water are poured over the idol. As the liquid washes over the stabilized toxins, it acts as a solvent, microscopically absorbing the neutralized therapeutic properties of the minerals. Finally, this now medicinal liquid is consumed by devotees to cure ailments and restore vitality. Each drop that flowed from the statue carried the echo of a healer's wisdom. It's just an extraordinary integration of community worship and public health.
Let's wrap things up with Section 5, the Enduring Healing Legacy, a heritage waiting to be decoded.
So what does Bogar's legendary creation mean for us today? Well, it's actually deeply unfortunate that so much of this advanced Tamil Siddha knowledge is still locked away in unread palm leaves, basically waiting for modern science to catch up. Over 90% of Siddha palm leaf manuscripts focus strictly on medicine. These aren't just myths or poetry, they are empirical medical textbooks detailing advanced pharmacology, metallurgy, and disease prevention. And tragically, they are just sitting in archives, completely untranslated. We are essentially sitting on a gold mine of ancient medical intelligence that modern medicine is only just beginning to explore.
And the belief in this science is incredibly powerful. Over generations, the actual physical material of the Navapashana statue in Palani has been slowly worn down. It's literally been scraped away by people desperate to ingest its healing compounds directly. Now, while that obviously threatens the preservation of the artifact, it really underscores the sheer, unshakable faith the public has in Bogar's medical science. The Navapashana statue stands as a living testament to Tamil ingenuity.
I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. If ancient alchemists could engineer a system to safely turn 9 deadly poisons into a life-giving cure through a sacred ritual, what other medical miracles are just waiting to be decoded in those unread manuscripts of the Siddhas? It really challenges us to look backward in order to move forward in our understanding of medicine. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and keep questioning the incredible history hidden right in front of us.